Now let us move to question number 52. The water availability of a region or nation is largely dash by hydrometeorological and geological factors, and the dash availability from annual precipitation is well above our requirement. We have options: decided and fright, determined and untraceable, witnessed and listened, governed and qualitative, and branded and sluggish. The first blank intends to convey that water availability is largely dependent on hydrometeorological and geological factor. In the context of the sentence, the words which are suitable for the first blank are decided, determined, and governed. Hence, options C and E are eliminated. The word in the second blank describes the nature of water available from annual precipitation. The only word that makes the sentence meaningfully correct is utilizable, which means usable. The words fright and qualitative are irrelevant to the context of this sentence. This eliminates option A and D as well, and hence option B will be the right choice. So the water availability of a region or nation is largely determined by hydrometeorological and geological factors, and the utilizable availability from annual precipitation is well above our requirement. Question number 53. What the ruling by the International Court of Justice dash is that should Pakistan decide to retrieve Jadhav, the Indian naval officer will be properly dash by Indian Council. We have options: enacts and guided, explains and ingrained, guarantees and represented, enshrines and represented, means and feared. In the context of this sentence, the only appropriate combination of words is that of guarantees and represented. This makes the sentence meaningfully correct. All other options are either grammatically or contextually incorrect. Therefore, option A, B, D and E are eliminated. So the right choice would be option C. What the ruling by the International Court of Justice guarantees is that should Pakistan decide to retrieve Jadhav, the Indian naval officer will be properly represented by Indian Council. Now let us move to question number 54. They fear that any original thinking or non-conformist initiative may attract accusations of dash, making PSU managers shun risk and stick to procedures, and dash rather than break out boldly in new directions. You have options: transgression and peculiarities, then malfeasance and precedents, then excellence and patience, wrongdoing and projects, and exuberance and patents. The word accusation before the first blank indicates that it is something negative in nature. In the context of the sentence, the words that are suitable for the first blank are transgression, malfeasance and wrongdoing. Hence, option C and E are eliminated. Rather than after the second blank shows that it has to be opposite of break out boldly in new direction, that is following standards that have already been set. The only word that makes the sentence meaningfully correct is precedents, which means an earlier event or action that is regarded as an example or guide to be considered in subsequent similar circumstances. The words peculiarities and projects are irrelevant to the context of this sentence. This eliminates option A and D as well, and hence option B will be the right choice. They fear that any original thinking or non-conformist initiative may attract accusation of malfeasance, making PSU managers shun risk and sticks to procedures and precedents rather than break out boldly in new directions. Now let us move to question number 55. Insurance law has to be revisited to also ensure that there is a guaranteed dash of policies, that age is no bar for dash and pre-existing conditions are uniformly covered. You have options: renewal and entry, relapse and coming, review and exit, enhancement and bringing, and robustness and viewing. In the context of the sentence, the only combination of words that lead to a meaningful sentence is renewal and entry. All other options are incorrect, either contextually or grammatically. The sentence wants to convey that insurance policies should be renewed compulsorily and that there should be no age restriction. Hence, option A will be the right choice. So the sentence can be read in this way: insurance law has to be revisited to also ensure that there is a guaranteed renewal of policies, that age is no bar for entry and pre-existing conditions are uniformly covered. Now let us move to question number 56. Additional benefits include dash training cost incurred post recruitment and a dash churn as learners develop more ownership in their roles. You have options: nominal and greater, significant and more, insignificant and higher, minimal and lesser, notorious and fewer. Both the blanks state the additional benefits. Training cost after the first blank indicates that the cost should be negligible in order for this to be a benefit. In the context of the sentence, the words which are suitable for the first blank are nominal, significant and minimal. Hence, options B and E are eliminated. The second blank states the type of churn. Employee churn is the overall turnover in an organization's staff as existing employees leave and new ones are hired. Churn should be low in order for this to be a benefit. So far, the second blank, the only word that makes the sentence meaningfully correct is lesser. The words greater and higher are opposite to the context of this sentence. This eliminates option A and C as well, and hence option D will be the right choice. Additional benefits include minimal training cost incurred post recruitment and a lesser churn as learners develop more ownership in their roles will be the right way of expression. Now let us move to question number 57. Rather than the dash of privatization going to the Consolidated Fund of India, a sovereign wealth fund could be created which is dash managed. You have options: profits and personally, security and sectionally, proceeds and professionally, future and selectively, and gains and privately. The word fund indicates that the word in the first blank refers to a word indicating monetary returns of privatization. In the context of this sentence, the words which are suitable for the first blank are profits, proceeds and gains. Hence, option B and D are eliminated. Since the sentence speaks of an alternative to the national level Consolidated Fund of India, it makes no sense to manage it personally or privately. This eliminates option A and E as well. The only word that makes the sentence meaningfully correct is professionally. Hence, option C will be the right choice. Rather than the proceeds of privatization going to the Consolidated Fund of India, sovereign wealth fund could be created which is professionally managed will be more apt.